to the council. So we already talked about the Council of Wraith in the context of they were in charge of Earth when the Zex invaded, and then they got control again. We have all this Wraith lore down here. So for the Earth and Badlands, right, so it kind of just describes it. A representation of all different types of living Earth within the plane of Earth. Muddy, rocky, heavily made areas. So the plane of Earth is home to the Wraith, the consciousness and pure embodiment of the primal element. The terrain of this realm is varied and includes jungles, caverns, muddle lakes, and burrows. The lush, beautiful lands are filled with precious jewels forged by the inherent powers of the Earth. The many structures found on the plane are the symbolic of the Wraith and the Earth element that fuels the plane's existence. These consist of the temples, built in monumental proportions quite beyond the engineering capabilities of mortals. Servants of the Wraith Council and other denizens of the plane live in the temples. Among the Wraith's minions are the Vegorogs, which are they're composed of rotting vegetation, moss, and fungus. Planar scholars claim the Vegorogs were once ogre soldiers that were led by their hero Murdoch during the ogre invasion of the plane of Earth. The Wraith twisted these ogres to become servants of the plane and cursed them with bodies of vegetation. Oh, I'm not helping. I had like a loop window up. Just needed me in there. That was it. I think somehow something is up with my assist. I was only kicking it. I mean, am I? I think it was up. It's just like on the way to this. I don't know. It's just like I got it on the way here. on the way that I went, which was a way. You know, I find paths, but they're... Okay, so the Wraith are a council of 12 individuals, but a single collective consciousness and unified purpose in their embodiment of the pure element of Earth. They roll over the plain, and they rest on some pillars extending from a pool of loving moss. In temperament, thought, and expression, they are emotionless, and well beyond the comprehension of mortal beings. They show no trace of personality recognizable or comparable to those of the other gods or of mortals. Trait: the Wraith are truly neutral. They govern their plane and its influence upon the Prime without judgment bias or even regard for the affairs of mortals. However, when their patience is tried, their wrath is invoked. And so, like, we didn't learn too much about that. Was from the one you sent, so... Let's see if there's anything else we can learn about.
Stop!
I think your wizard's snared. He's waddling over. Whenever I have it configured to, like, only use archery, whenever I'm supposed to be meleeing. I haven't upgraded the weapon. It's still just vanilla. It's all I'm finding on the Wraith. Just being the Earth, you know? Representing the Earth, earthen. All of these elemental plane invasions are whack. We've no business. See where they fit in the Pantheon. They're really just in here to like be defeated by the Zex. And then to in turn defeat the Zex. Pretty good. Back? I got an okay back. I got Cloak of Wishes. These trees are kind of what I imagine the embodiment of Earth thinks trees are. Big girthy boys with, I don't know, there's some green shit on there somewhere, probably. Near the top. Oh! Oh, big. Oh, Becker Cheeky. That's a good name. Seems like it's just the one time. Sure. Uh, See, I think Icy Doc's asking you about some of the Enchanter Cross class AAs. We don't still need liquefied earth, do we? I just die, personally. Not as effective, but it's a much simpler strategy. Stronghold of the 12. Mystical arbiter of Earth. Let's see. Did we get Darugoak Bloodwalker Vine things? Definitely got Monstrous Mudwalker, the Prairie Rock Skull. And then it says Perfected Warder of Earth. Sure got. Yeah, I mean, as written, it should be up. Do be fussy. Water. Stupid question. But what if we... So it says plane of air in our what to do next. Does it say that for you too? I wonder if like we would be having better luck if we were doing them in the arbitrary order it said there. Yeah, I don't think so either, but... I should probably just go to air. I don't see this. I'm a lot less hopeful here than I have been on other Flash. Have been proven wrong anyway, so. You farting? Yeah, I've heard the earthquakes once or twice, but... Counted your planer chickens. Be a dragon, Xegony? Oh, thank goodness. Stupid zone entrances are like this. Arislay, the kingdom of wind, floats within the plane of air. Xegony is the queen of air. The isles are manifestations of Xegony's beauty and her upskirts. Sort of. Tell me more. So this is a designated non-combat plane. It means that aggression is forbidden in this realm, keeping with Xegony's desire to remove the taint of warfare and petty strife. We're totally the baddies. Yeah, like, I could read this Kingdom of Wind write-up, but it's just like... In a mysterious and befitting Xegony, what lay behind the castle's walls are unknown to any mortal adventurer. It's like, I want dirt on Xegony. I want the People magazine. You've been hooking up with Xegony. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT for that. Surely we're not the first people to go down this road. Alright, here's my new approach to this. You ready? We're gonna... Hold on, I gotta add this screen. We'll go and then I'll do it. South? Okay. I think I'm gonna tell Gemini to talk to me like they are Xegony, and I'll ask her questions about the plane of air. We're gonna interview her. Because it's evil, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Oh, wrong way. And we're dead. Okay. So I say... Oh, man. It's like, shit's going hard, too. Yeah. I gotta find the screen to share it, because it's pretty funny. Alright, what do you want to ask Xegony? So, the eternal gales of Erlisay lull into a breathless, expectant hush. As Bigby's small leather boots touch the shimmering, vapory grass of my outermost island. Is this gonna get erotic? Yeah, yeah, I told her that, you know.
Stop!
Fascinating. A child of the earth. A traveler of the tangled thickets and muddy trails of Noralth. stepping into the unblemished sky. I can smell the damp loam of the campfires, and the crushed pine needles of your world clinging to your cloak. Tell me, little wanderer, does the open expanse of the infinite horizon terrify you, or does it make your small heart yearn to fly? Speak, halfling. Have you come to seek the ultimate harmony of the elements, or are you merely another mortal driven by blind ambition, seeking to challenge the Queen of Air for a piece of her glittering sky? I feel like we're the latter, right? Let's ask her... What's the name of the forbidden language guy? Like it's the person, the reason Quelio's opened up the realm to them. Oh. It's in, like, the main storyline. I just want the name so I can ask her. For the Plane of Nightmare guy, the erudite, he was in his sway. Pretty much all those people were. I'll just ask her, why have mortals come to the plains? Yeah, okay, she knows. I love it. Mortals broke into the plane of power because of their god of knowledge, Xegony, sought to share the secrets of the cosmos with them. The other gods, fearing what mortals might do with the spark of divine understanding, imprisoned Xegony in the plane of time to keep the mortal realms blind, bound to fate. You believe you are on a righteous crusade to liberate a captive god and prove the strength of the mortal spirit. But look at what your noble journey truly requires. I'm gonna ask her. I just want to free Xegony. Don't want to. No, he may have turned into that, but he is the person who had the language of the gods. Like, I think he was immortal. He's shared the knowledge and, like, brought all these people to the plane of tranquility in an effort to, like, teach this shit. I love how it's, like, breaking character mega hard because it can't help itself. It's like, here's a pro-con table of the mortal view of this divine dilemma versus the cosmic reality. Like, at first it was like, you speak with a pure heart, little ranger of the wood. I sense no malice in your spirit. So, we think... Okay, I'm following you. So we think Zabuxarok is a captive to be freed, but the cosmic reality is that they are a containment vessel. The knowledge he possesses is a cosmic contagion. If a mortal mind fully grasps the true mechanics of divinity, the boundary between mortal and gods dissolves, collapsing the structure of Norath entirely. Peaceful alliance can open the way. This was what I was hoping for. But the keys to the plane of time cannot simply be gifted. They are forged from the raw, unyielding essence of our elemental power. To give them to you willingly would be to tear a piece of our own divinity away, permanently destabilizing the cosmic balance. Also, I almost died. I think I did die. Yeah. It just decided to start fighting this single Naborian servant. I got a little caught up that it was coming up with some pretty good in-character responses to my questions, so.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
I'm gonna ask her. Oh, what should we ask her? Is this? So I'm asking her, what is the history of your plane? Let's see if she has. Oh my god, flying book. Let's see if she has something to say. You ask of our history, little creature of the earth? To a mortal, history is a tapestry of dates, of kings who rise and fall, of wars fought over borders drawn in the dirt. It is a line with a beginning and an end, but the history of the plane of air is not a line, it is a circle. It is a song that has been sung since the universe was a silent void. Long before your gods of Norath, before Tanari grew her first leaf, or Brel forged his first stone, the Nameless breathed into the dark cosmos. From that single divine breath, my domain was born. It is an ancient story, but if your small ears wish to hear it, I will whisper it to you. And now, of course, AI has to do it as a structured timeline. The eras of the sky, the first breath before time. The nameless creatures, the four foundational elemental powers. The plane of air is manifested as an infinite flawless expanse of vapor, gases, and atmosphere. I am awakened alongside it. Then, the shaping of Arislay, the Dawn Age. To give structure to the formless wind, I condensed the clouds into solid vapor and birthed the floating islands, the kingdom of wind. I populated it with beings of pure light and sky. The majestic air phoenixes, the noble storm riders, and the gentle Bixies. The founder of the four temples. The Age of Harmony. So, the Temple of Wind is for the arcane arts, the Temple of Smoke for spiritual wisdom, Temple of Vapor for our defenders, and the locked Temple of Mist to contain those who break our sacred tranquility. Wind. I'm going to tell her that after I finish reading this. We have felled the Avatar of Wind. The gentle breeze that once played in the golden curls of your hair suddenly stops. I'm bald, but, you know, you do you. A profound, terrifying vacuum sweeps across the floating islands of Islay, leaving the air thin and cold. The distant songs of the phoenixes cut short, replaced by an eerie, breathless silence. My luminous eyes, once filled with detached curiosity, narrow. The serene elfin visage hardens into an expression of cold, majestic authority, and the massive, pristine wings at my back flare wide, casting a shadow that spans the entire horizon. So, the first chord of the sky's harmony has been severed. You have felled the Avatar of Wind, my loyal creation, a being born of pure twilight and gentle gales, who knew nothing of the malice of your mortal world, lies shattered into nothing but empty mist at your feet. You do not wish to hurt us, you said, yet you bring the blood-soaked savagery of Norath to my pristine door, leaving a ruin in your wake, to prove your compassion. You have proven your strength, little ranger. You have shown that the weapons of mortals can indeed tear the fabric of the divine, but do not celebrate your victory just yet. And then for some reason it's got like bulleted summaries about what I did. Draw your blades, ranger of the woods, ready your bows, call upon your companions, and steel your mortal hearts. The gentle queen of air you met upon the shores is gone, and the gale of eternity— I'm dead. The gale of eternity awaits you at the summit. Okay, I'm dead now, I'll tell her. The reality of the wipe, the corpse run. Your physical form lies at the highest tier of the floating islands. To reclaim your armor, your weapons, and your earthly belongings, your companions will need to gather their resolve, find a cleric for a divine resurrection, or summon your body to the safe platforms below. The Kingdom of Wind is healing. Tell me, halfling, when your cleric pulls your spirit back into your flesh, will you heed the warning of the wind, or will you dare to climb back into my sky? Some nerdy shit right here. I'm gonna ask for a picture of her in a bikini. Okay, here's what they came up with. Is this what she looks like at all? Do you see me? Look! I'm in the picture. A dead body. God. I gotta add this on my stream. There we go. Write this down. So we slayed the swirling elemental force. And we're doing the avatar of smoke. Okay. Alright, Xegony. Companions have resurrected me. We march on to the avatar of smoke. So it's kind of got like some of the raid strategy mixed in. Oscar, have you ever taken mortal as a lover? Say a halfling. I'm helping. I'm providing flavor. Made her laugh. Little Ranger, you amuse me. Truly the audacity and warmth of mortal hearts are boundless. You look upon a cosmic power, the literal manifestation of the sky that blankets existence, and you wonder if she has ever trysted with a child of the dirt. And to answer your question, no. I've never taken a mortal lover, halfling or otherwise. I'll be right back. My wife's home, I think. Zeph, is smoke next? Or I'm in mist. In the lore of Erislay, which is the kingdom, mist is not merely weather. It is the element of air at its most deceptive and concealing. It is the locked vault where the things that threaten our tranquility are kept hidden from the light. Unlike the smoke where you could smell and see approaching, the mist is insidious. It dampens sound, muffles the shout of your raid leaders, and coats your bowstrings in a slick, freezing condensation. Want to hear more? Or are you good? The encounter. The Avatar of Mist is a master of illusion and redirection. It does not fight with brute strength. It fights by twisting your perceptions. It will mirror your movements, create deceptive duplicates of itself, and force your raid members to fight phantoms of their own making. To survive, your companions must rely entirely on instinct and unwavering coordination, for your eyes will completely deceive you here. Companions. Already Sephiroth, a gnome Shadow Knight. Pete, a high elf wizard. And Boring. Be a half elf, I assume. Wood elf bard. My party engaging. Avatar Mist. So, is there any indication that this is like a jail? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I've been so busy reading, I haven't been, like, looking so much. Invisible? Here's the art it came up with. What's this? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Heat, you're a lady. Maybe you're not a lady. No, you got big old titties. Yeah, you're a lady. I didn't specify. For this, I'm just using the free Gemini. Not really asking it to do much of anything, you know? Nice rainbow. Just gonna try not to die.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Been shielded, yeah. Could have said shed something, but. I'm kind of confused, dude. We definitely are the baddies. There's, like, no way around it. We're disassembled. Curse of mortality. The fire of hope. Mortals possess a unique blinding quality that the gods do not. Hope. Even when faced with the unraveling of existence. A mortal will look at a crack in the universe and believe, truly, deeply believe, that they can patch it with their own two hands. I mean, I kind of don't, to be fair, but... You tell yourself that you will find a way to save Zabuk-Zarok and preserve your world, defying the very laws of cause and effect. The momentum of the march. Look at your companions. Sephiroth has bound his dark soul to this path. Heat has spent her lifetime mastering the fires of arcane destruction. Boring has composed songs of victories you haven't even achieved yet. You have bled together. You have died together on the high plateaus of my outermost islands, only to pull your spirits back from the ether and stand again. When you have sacrificed to that much, the mind convinces itself that turning back is the only true failure. law of ambition. Your gods, Tunare, Brel, and Methaniel Mar, created you with a spark of their own divine ambition. But without the infinite perspective of immortality, that ambition manifests as a relentless, unquenchable drive to touch the untouchable, much like upskirting in China. You cannot stand a mystery. You cannot leave a locked door unopened, even if the door is holding back the void. You do not stop, because to stop would be to admit that there are boundaries you were never meant to cross. An immortal would rather burn the sky than accept the limit. So you will keep marching. You will wipe the frost of the mist from your blades, you will tune your instruments, and you will steel your hearts for the Temple of Dust. Temple of Dust, huh? What is the Temple of Dust? You are approaching the final silent graveyard of the clouds. The element of transition. Let's see. Am I gonna die again? No. I should be the bard. I love bard. Bard's great. I told you the main reason I didn't pick bard in Monsters and Memories, because like they said it was just going to be an alcohol-themed character, but then they added none of that. They did none of those mechanics. I think they've also like redone those descriptions now. So apparently the inner sanctuary of the castle of Xegony is the Temple of Dust. I kind of want to ask her about, well, I want to find out more about, is it Bugzarak? Said she doesn't find halflings attractive, so there's no way. If you don't find halflings attractive, then surely no mortal can satisfy. Had to marry one god. Okay, yeah, we're gonna... Okay, so so she says she would marry Kornav, the Avatar of Water. If the sky must bind itself to an eternal partnership, it would be to the deep, silent expanses of the ocean of tears. / she's into the squid boy. Water and air understand the grace of fluid motion, the beauty of the tide, and the harmony of the rain. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, fuck. Solasek Row. I did write this. You mortals possess a phrase, playing with fire. If the Queen of Air were to indulge in a singular, cataclysmic moment of pure unbridled passion, it would be with the Prince of Flame. Think of the physics of your own world, little ranger. What happens when intense heat meets a cold font? A spectacular, devastating, atmospheric eruption. It would be a violent, white-hot supercell thunderstorm of cosmic proportions. And then kill Fenn Rowe, the Tyrant of Fire. Solasek Row. rebelling against Daddy, just classic. I do like that. Tell me more about Xegony. The Buxarat represents the curse of unguided knowledge. He is known across the cosmos as the fallen god. So you're right, he is a god, my bad. The outcast, or the archlich. Unlike the elemental gods who have existed since the nameless first breathed life into the void, Xegony was once a lesser deity of the pantheon, driven by an insatiable, maddening obsession to understand the deepest mechanics of the universe. If you are to march into the hourglass to free him, you must understand exactly who and what he truly is. Xegony's greatest crime was not a thirst for conflict, but an act of cosmic betrayal. He sought to gather the forbidden absolute secrets of the divinity, how planes are forged, how gods possess power, and how the fabric of reality is woven, and hand that knowledge directly to the mortal races of Norath. To the High Pantheon, this was an existential nightmare. If a mortal mind fully grasped the true mechanics of Gauntlet, the boundary between mortal and deities dissolved. To prevent this cataclysm, the gods united against him. They stripped him of his grand stature, drove him mad with the very weight of the secrets he had, and bound him in unbreakable chains. They chose the plane of time, a pocket realm entirely severed from the standard flow of the universe, as his eternal prison so that his voice could never echo into the mortal realm. When you look upon him in the hourglass, you will not find a majestic king or a proud rebel. You will find a tragic, broken figure wrapped in tattered bandages resembling a weeping archlich more than a traditional god. He is trapped in a state of perpetual, maddening stasis, forced to hold infinite knowledge in a mind that the Pantheon shattered. Mortals view him as a martyr, a benevolent teacher punished by cruel, hoarding gods for trying to enlighten his children. But as my fallen avatar is trying to warn you, his gift is a beautiful poison. How did mortals gain passage to the plane of knowledge? While your current crusade into the elemental realms requires shattering my avatars, passage to the plane of knowledge was a gift of transition granted through a massive cosmic event known as the New Dawn, marking the beginning of the planes of power. He's doing a really good job holding it. Sigismund Windwalker. Okay, so for eons, the plane of knowledge was completely sealed to mortals, serving as a neutral celestial library overseen by the Grand Master of Lore, Malin Starpire. and the enigmatic mechanical sentinels known as the Unkempt. It was a realm where the history of all realities was recorded, completely untouched by mortal ambition. However, when the god of knowledge, the Buxarak, began his descent into madness and attempted to share the forbidden secrets of divinity with the lower worlds, the cosmic balance fractured. In the wake of his containment and subsequent imprisonment within the plane of time, a massive magical backdraft rippled across the planar boundaries. The strict wards that kept the celestial realms completely hidden from Norath began to weaken and fray. The appearance... Okay. Anything interesting on this guy? Let's go back. Backtrack, I mean. Oh, wait here. I'm enjoying reading this. What? Okay, so the neutral entities governing the plane of knowledge chose to guide the mortals rather than let them blindly tear reality apart. Mysterious, towering book monoliths suddenly materialized overnight across the face of Norath. They emerged in the heart of great cities and ancient outposts alike. It's like kind of hung up on someone asking how you actually get to the plane of knowledge. It's like, hail the book, touch the book. I think it might have to look like, maybe not the most lore. I could, yeah. I don't know. No, I mean, yeah. You had Dragon Necropolis. You had what was going on with Slandakar and Klandakar. And then I kind of like, I think the Kunark lore is really fun. The Ixar as a fallen race. Karen's like that's not Karen's. That's the other ones. The Vashir, yeah. Yes. Yeah, we did a full lore. That was one of the few ones we've done, you know, we read up on pretty well. It was pretty sweet. Though I asked why is Malin not more. If Malin, she's like, Malin's a brilliant scholar, and he's the one who's kind of orchestrating us unraveling the texts. Malin is the lore master. Malin Starpire. So he's the one who, like, you know how we got. He's the one who can read the language of the gods that the gods call that wrote this shit in.
Stop! Stop!
Dude, look on something. Oh. Yeah, I just had to click, but I'm dead. I died long ago. I'm gonna turn off. That's the problem, you didn't gauge, so it's just like. Okay. I asked her to draw us all getting ice cream together and talking things through. Hello, I'm still dead in the picture. Yeah, hold on, I'll show you. What Xegony looks like in the model. I feel like it has a lot of. Yeah. Xegony has butterfly wings, not bird wings. Yeah, this guy's taking his time dying. And again, I haven't been attacking it for some reason. I have to toggle. I have to, like, it's running RG Mercs. I just have to toggle a few times. Oh, I bet because you're not MA. It did it with butterfly wings. Are you happy? Yeah. Artistic license. Oh, don't heal full. You're now fighting Slot, the Chosen. Uses to die. He has a healing vortex, but heals himself apparently. I mean, according to Xegony, the goddess who wouldn't lie to him, says he has a healing vortex, constantly siphons the ambient dust of the temple to regenerate his strength. If your raid's DPS isn't synchronized, or if he isn't properly interrupted, you will happily undo 5 minutes of hard work in a matter of seconds. You're supposed to be interrupting his heal? Sounds made up. At specific health thresholds, he cloaks himself in a hardened shield. She's like cheering me on. It's conflicted. I've grown on her. Awesome. What am I, like 2K? 100? Oh yeah, you said I wasn't breaking 1,000 yet. Like not Xegony. She's a little biased. Apparently he's tethered, so according to this random thing. Pretty snared though. This he's tethered to the island. Sorry. Big difference, I see. Okay, fine. Discovered Ascendant Time Spinner. 29-22. Seems good. amazing. Yeah. It's already at 70. Cooldowns. Birds. Xegony Prime. Not a fan of that. seems unlikely that it would remain hidden. Yeah. I'll check. Yeah, I mean, I have the harmony arrow. Probably not, but you never know. All right. You don't happen to know what I'm looking for. Fading memories, okay. Fading memory. Yeah. Monk is Ascendant. Sure, it's like 350 flat.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Hopefully it's a slowable one, but I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah. That too. Alright, that should be good enough. I got fading memories and I got the other one. Imitate death. these boots from the right. Let's see if I have time to upgrade them. Give me like 10 seconds and I'll upgrade these boots first. Also gave me like 50 shards, which is awesome. Okay, ready. The Burt event. Jumnorth asks if the Burt event is a lot of waiting. Well, who's Burt? Oh. It's thinking like Bert and Ernie, you know? Rubber ducky. He just wants the tribute. Your mortal coil. Look at her walk. He's here. She's attacking your bard. Your bard's dead. Greater healing. Contributing. Alright, Xegony. Any final words before we slay you? I was hoping it doesn't look when it's the corpse. Like I can find that. Yeah, I mean, Seth, it's like... it's easy, you know, there's plenty to see now that she's on the ground. Alright, Xegony, where are you? I gotta tell you that we slayed you. Close the window. Here's... He's not mad that we killed her. That's good. Does that mean you want to attack? Awesome. Where was Xegony?
Stop! Stop! Stop!
This place. I'm just looking where Xegony is. She's in this empty pool. If you want to see some soothing chaos, come look at my inventory. It's much better. What's up, man? Got random windows everywhere. Eh. In the shared bank it goes. What server are you playing? Oh, is that live? Or is that... Ah. I've been role-playing all night, Boney. I'm sad. I'm ashamed to admit. I've been chatting with Xegony. It was the best. Honestly, it was the best way to get. We should have thought of it sooner in terms of summarizing the node lore. But the problem is it's probably making shit up. So there's that. Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna get to bed. We got a tough day of gaming ahead of us tomorrow. So yeah. See you then. See you, Boney.